Hey guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. This is going to be a read for everyone for the General Collective. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my Oracle cards, and we'll see what the universe has in store for you guys today. So universe, what messages do you have for the General Collective? Woo! And she's throwing cards everywhere, all over the floor. Alrighty. So we have balance and rejoice in celebration. Let's see what else she's got. Stand your ground. The crown chakra, which represents spirituality, and the third eye chakra, which speaks to intuition as well. So I definitely feel like I feel the word achievement here. I feel like we're achieving goals, something we set out to do, worked hard for. I pulled planning and patience, solitude, wisdom, rest and rejuvenate, and awareness. So I'm still feeling that vibe. Something we've been working towards for a long time, something that we've been planning for. We're finally about to achieve it. We're finally going to be able to celebrate. I feel like the rest and rejuvenate is also going to go along with the celebration. Maybe taking some time to spoil yourself. I have the Three of Wands here, which also represents a journey and something that you've been working towards. That positive movement forward, moving towards your goal on a path. I feel like there was schooling here. I have the Page of Pentacles, and that's the vibe that I get from him. That there was some academic study here as well. And I have the Four of Pentacles, so I feel like in this entire process you've had to do a lot of penny pinching and sort of going without. And so that's why I also feel like the rest and rejuvenate is speaking to spoiling yourself. I have the Knight of Swords. When I look at him, I see triumph and success. He usually speaks to truth in my reads. And I'm also getting like a high energy off of him. Like there's going to be a change coming with all of this too. Swift moving change. I wonder if you're graduating. And that isn't what this is speaking to. I have the Knight of Pentacles, which can stand for something that you've been working towards for a long time, finally coming to fruition. So I'm definitely getting a graduating here from your schooling, maybe college, getting your diploma, finally coming to the end of the line. I have the Eight of Pentacles, which represents academic study. They sometimes call him the apprentice card. I also have the Seven of Pentacles, which represents an abundant harvest. So not just the abundance that comes from the harvest, but the groundwork that you had to do to be able to achieve it to begin with. And that is what schooling is, and getting that education, that's setting the groundwork for your future. I have the Queen of Cups next to the King of Pentacles. To me, they both speak of all kinds of abundance that you're going to achieve with this goal. To me, the King speaks of the financial abundance. To me, the Queen speaks of the emotional abundance. And I think it's going to be a relief when you come out the other side of this, because I feel like it's probably been stressful up until this point. Not break you stressful. It's just it is a bigger workload, and working towards graduating and worrying about grades and making sure you're keeping up with your studies. And so I feel like it's going to be a load off when you come through the other end of this here. Four of Cups, he can represent an indifference. To me, he's speaking of something else. I feel like he's tying into the Knight of Swords. And then I pulled the Ace of Pentacles as well, which speaks of a new beginning and usually of finances. I feel like it's going to be speaking to the career that comes along with this education. And maybe weighing options. Because I almost feel like from the Knight of Swords that you're going to have an offer waiting for you. Somebody's going to come to you, and there's going to be an opportunity right away. And I feel like you're going to have to decide whether to take a little bit of time off to just chill, or whether this is something that you're going to want to jump into right away as well. I have the Seven of Wands, and to me the Seven of Wands represents sort of standing up for your ideals, standing your ground. To me, in this read, it speaks of you setting your own terms with this offer, with this job, with this career. Being able to have some bargaining power on exactly how you want to do things. I have the Fool card. The Fool card can speak of taking a leap of faith, but also seeing things in a new light. And I feel like this is going to be a whole new lease on life for you. This is going to be all kinds of new opportunities, a big new exciting change, something that you're super jazzed to be doing. I have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords represents feeling deadlocked, having trouble making a decision, maybe even having trouble seeing through emotions. I feel like this also speaks to this offer that you're going to get. Because I feel like it's a good offer, but I feel like there's a side to it, sort of like a catch. I'm not sure exactly what that catch is right now, but I feel like there's something there. So it's not 100% of what you were looking for, but you get enough of it that it's going to make you consider it and try and figure out whether this is going to be a good option for you. I pulled the Lover's card, and I pulled the Two of Pentacles as well, and the Two of Pentacles can represent finding a balance between home and work. So I'm wondering if this job offer doesn't involve a lot of travel, and maybe being away from home, being away from your partner, and that might be what you're struggling with. I do have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles tends to represent abundance, and to me she usually represents happiness and financial. I feel like it's a good opportunity, but definitely you're going to have to weigh your options here to figure out whether this is going to work for you or not, and probably try and do some negotiating. Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what this line speaks to. I have the Magician, and the Magician represents having all the tools that you need to be successful, and that's what this degree is going to give you, this achievement. I have the Ace of Wands, which represents a new beginning, and it can speak to a new beginning in a business venture. So I think that also is speaking of this job offer. And I do have the Scales of Justice, and to me in this read she represents balanced scales and a balanced life, making sure that you're not having to sacrifice too much on one end, and you're able to find happiness in all aspects of your life. I also have the Star card, and to me she represents hope and clarity. So I feel like being able to take a step back and look at the choice logically, sort of pros and cons, without any emotion, and I think is going to give you some clarity and help you to see what you're willing to give on and what you're not willing to give on. And it's going to help you in your negotiations here, because I feel like you're going to be able to negotiate, but you will have to hold to your ideals to get what you want. So I do have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords can speak to a situation in which you feel is unfair, which you call the short end of the stick. To me, it speaks to this opportunity and the downside of it. That you're bummed about this downside, that there had to be a catch. I have the Two of Wands, which represents choosing a path. So definitely ties in with the Two of Wands and a choice that you're going to have to make. I have the Chariot. The Chariot represents a positive forward momentum. So definitely encouraging, universe encouraging you to keep with what you're doing. And I think to follow your heart too in all of this. Once you've decided sort of what you're willing to give on, what you're not. Being able to stick to your guns, to choose that path, and then keep moving forward because you've chosen that path, so that is the right path for you. I also have the Empress card. So, to me in this read, she speaks of, she's a good omen. She speaks of your prosperity for the future, nurturing this future, growing this future, this new life. Being able to get what you want. I think you're going to find a lot of happiness and prosperity in this new journey of yours. So I pulled Deception and Envy, Spiritual Strength, Choose Wisely, and Emotional Loss. So to me, these cards are speaking of the impact that your choice is going to have on your partner. And choosing wisely. It might not end the way that you would like, depending on what choice you make. So to me, these cards are saying that you need to recognize what you would be giving up, and to decide if that's something that you can live with. Depending on what the situation is your partner someone who can stay strong through you maybe being gone? Because I feel like part of this is, it might mean relocating or working away for periods of time. So are they okay with being by themselves for certain amounts of time? But this is a conversation you're going to have with your partner too, and then definitely weigh your options and decide what's the best one for you. Alrighty guys, that's what this read spoke to me of. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, to subscribe, to join our community, and always comment, because I love hearing from you guys. Alrighty, take care.